I am different, not less. These words from Temple Grandin remind us who that students who think differently, communicate differently, or learn differently should not be seen as less capable. They should be seen as students with potential who may need different support to succeed. Temple Grandin became a world renowned animal scientist, author, and autism advocate. Her visual thinking helped her design more humane livestock handling systems and bring real changes to the livestock industry. Her success reminds us that different minds can solve complex problems and create powerful solutions when they are given the support, opportunity, and respect. If someone like Temple Grandin was dismissed just because she learned differently, we would have missed out on her ideas and accomplishments. Today, I want you to imagine a student who wants to learn, participate, and feel successful, but every day in school feels like climbing a wall with the wrong tools. The student may be hardworking and intelligent, but without trained support, accommodation, and classroom resources, their potential may stay hidden instead of developed. This matters because every student deserves a classroom where they are seen, understood, and given a fair chance. When schools do not have the right special education support, it affects students with disabilities, but it also affects families, teachers, classmates, and community. Today, I will explain why special education students need stronger support, how schools can provide that support, and what can happen when students are actually given the resources that they need. First, we need to recognize the problem. Many students in special education are expected to succeed in classrooms that do not always have enough trained staff, individual accommodation, or resources for their needs. Students with autism, learning disabilities, communication differences, sensory needs, and other disabilities can struggle when the classroom is not prepared for how they learn. Families may feel like they always have to fight for the support from the school for services, and teachers may feel overwhelmed when they are asked to meet complex needs without enough support. Without the support, students may fall behind academically. They might lose confidence, become isolated, or even feel misunderstood or like a failure. The problem is not that these students cannot learn. The problem is that the system is not always built to help them learn in the ways that they need. Temple Grandin's story helps show clarity. Schools should support special education in classrooms more. She was diagnosed with autism during a time where understanding and educational support were very limited. Her way of thinking was different, but when it was supported, it became her greatest strengths. So, what should schools do differently? Schools should strengthen special education by increasing training for teachers and aides, making sure accommodations are used adequately and consistently, hands on and individual learning opportunities, and providing resources that match the student's needs. Individual resources. Support should not just exist on paper. It should be visible in the classroom every day through patient instruction, clear communication, sensory support, adapted assignments, modification, and learning tools that help students show what they know and what they need. This plan works by helping schools recognize that students do not all learn the same way. Some students learn best through visuals, some learn best through hands on opportunities and practice. Some need more time, clear directions, communication support, or just a calmer environment. When teachers and staff are trained to understand these needs, students are more likely to build skills, succeed, gain confidence, and participate in class. Now, picture the positive outcome. Imagine a classroom where a student with autism has sensory support, a trained teacher who understands communication differences, and assignments that are modified to his individual needs, but still challenging. Instead of feeling frustrated or left out, that student can participate, build confidence, and show their knowledge. That is what support can do. It does not lower expectations. It gives students the tools that they need to reach them. Now picture the opposite. Imagine a student without enough support. Teachers who are overwhelmed, and children who begin to believe that they are a failure. When the real failure is a system who did not meet them where they are. That is why this issue matters. Strong special education support can change how students see themselves and how successful they become. Because this future is possible, a simple first step to take action is to ask your local school district what resources are available for special education students, whether staff receive updated training, and how families and individuals are included in decisions and accommodations and support. Change can begin when people ask questions, speak up, and expect schools to provide every student with a fair chance to succeed. Temple Grandin once said, "I don't want my thoughts to die with me. I want to have done something." Her words remind us that students with disabilities have thoughts, ideas, strengths, and futures that matter. When schools provide the right support, students are not just included, they are given the opportunity to grow, contribute, and succeed. That is why schools should improve support staff, training, accommodations, and classroom resources for special needs education. Thank you.